What happened to marriage? What happened to marriage these days? We are going to find out.
I have a question for the men. Do you guys still want to get married?
Well, do you guys still want to get married? Do you? Broccoli says yes. Sin says yes. Without a doubt. Nice. All right. I'm just busy. Get off my back. Freaking heck. Broccoli, you better have a girlfriend by next week and be proposing her to her the next week after that. And then married by the 3rd. And then kids by the 4th. I don't know how you're going to manage that one. But well, I mean, at least pregnant. Can you imagine? Imagine. That would be insane.
I think what you're asking is, do you want to be married? And I think that a lot of men would say, yes, I do want a partner to spend my life with. But when you say, do you want to get married? I'm not sure if you're keeping in mind all these extra steps that come before and the possible ones after. Here's a
What
guy
the
living in a
heck?
cardboard box with his ex-wife in his house with other men.
Oh my god.
That happens with roughly 1/3 of new marriages, and that's
What? Hold on. 1/3? Are you kidding? What the heck? What the heck? Bro! I'm not even gonna lie, I had to look up what percentage that because my brain could not compute. That's 33% of marriages. 33% of marriages. Oh my god. That makes me sick. by the 4th week, that'll need a speed up game pass. Yeah, no kidding. Holy freaking heck.
It's only for the men who have the opportunity to get married, which is contingent upon a bunch of steps that have changed quite a bit over the years. So, in order to get married, you have to date, and in order to date, you have to work and make money, and in order to work and make money, you have to go to school, and men have been facing a lot of new difficulties in all of these areas over the last few decades.
No.
So, do I want to have a partner? Yes. But do I want to go through all of this again? Not right now. So you want to get married, you have to date, you want to date, you have to work, you want to work, you have to go to school. This is where a lot of male problems begin. I'm not saying that schoolgirls have it easy, but the last few decades, schoolboys have been treated like they are defective. In 3rd grade, I used to finish my work before the other kids, and I would get up and move around, and they told me that was not okay, so they medicated me. When I got a little older, the other boys would start fights, and I went to the authorities to do the right thing, and they punished both of us. So then I took matters into my own hands, and they punished just me because of these policies. They don't let boys just fight it out anymore. Those types of policies are not setting young boys up for success. They punish the way that we
Oh my god, I remember, I think I have to fix something with my model. I remember, yeah, whenever people would get into fights, holy frick, everyone would friggin' pile all together and be like, yeah, go fight, and there'd be like a huge crowd. Funnily enough, I haven't seen much fights in my time at school. I have heard of a lot, though. Yeah, our school never really had many fights, but when they did, a whole crowd of kids would gather and be sitting there watching. I was like, oh god, run. I was like, I'm just gonna get out of here. 3 stream streak, let's go! Okay, let us continue.
look at the world. It definitely messed me up a little, and that was 30 years ago, and I have no idea what's going on now. When we get older and go to college, there are all kinds of things in place to help girls that are not available for boys, and they say that it's there to correct problems, but I don't think those problems exist anymore. So as we are accumulating what we need to succeed in life, boys are getting less of a head start than they used to, which is, I think, one of the contributing reasons for why they say they have Peter Pan syndrome and they never grow up. I think it starts here. When we get into the workplace,
In
there are
school, yeah,
similar
that makes
programs that benefit women and not men. And that's an issue because
like, and I feel like a lot of people like coddle their children a lot nowadays. I don't know. That's just my opinion from what I usually see is kids get coddled a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked much into like what's going on in school and stuff nowadays. I just know from the stories of my siblings who are now out of high school, but when they were in high school a couple of years ago, oh man, I was like, holy shit, it sounds like an absolute crap show compared to when I was in school. It sounds terrible nowadays.
because women want to make equal money to men, but then they also want men to make more and support them, and you can't have both. Additionally, the culture has become very inhospitable towards men, and again, the way that men communicate and behave. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the economy is getting pretty bad, and even though that affects everybody,
Yeah.
men are the ones who are expected to pay, so this puts us at...
I hate when women go on dates and whatever and then they expect the man to pay. Like just right off the bat. They don't even it's not even like a discussion or anything. They just right off the bat expect the man to pay. And oh, what was I? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so anyways, because I'm like, well, why is he going to pay? Like, he doesn't. It's not even guaranteed that you guys are gonna get along. You know, it could be super awkward. Maybe he ends up wanting to leave like immediately, or you want to leave immediately. Like, it just doesn't make sense. No, you should go to the date and expect to pay each for yourself. And if he offers, then okay, great. Or, you know, maybe you could offer. Maybe the woman could offer. Holy freaking heck. Would you who would have thought maybe the woman could offer to pay? Like, why the hell not? Welcome in, Eli! I'm lucky to have someone willing to share, but most of the time I still want to pay the majority or all of the meal. Yeah, I mean, yeah, men have that, like, what do you want to call it? That instinct to support, you know, to support their family. So it makes complete sense for you to want to pay. You want to pay and you want to be like, oh yeah, I took care of it. I took care of you and it's all good. That's like completely natural instinct.
An increasing disadvantage comparative to women as we age. Then when we get out into the dating world, if you don't have any money, that's going to be a problem. If you can't compete on the dating apps, which most men cannot, that's going to be a problem. If you're not okay with her having an OnlyFans or an Instagram or whatever, it's going to take some women off the table because they have so much attention. So a lot of men are playing catch up at this point in life when that didn't used to be the case. So our parents and grandparents did not have any of these problems. They just sort of grew up, got jobs, and married whoever was nearby. Have you ever thought of it like, would your mother have married your father if she had Tinder? Would she have chosen him? There's stuff going on in these phases of life for us that would have been unheard of even one generation ago. I once had a job where I worked with a girl. We had the same job. I had more experience. We had layoffs, and later she matched with me on Bumble and came to hook up. And I said,
oh my god. You freaking go for a hookup and you're like, oh, I work with you. Okay. Yes, Eli, tell us about your friend's worst date. Let's hear it. While we wait for Eli's friend's worst date, we will continue.
would you like to continue doing this? And she told me that I didn't have my life together enough. We were living in the same place, in the same job market, and we came from the same job, and I had more experience. And she was getting $120K a year to do some like women's leadership job or something.
What?
And I was driving for Uber. So, I think
what? Who are you to tell this man that he does not have his life together? He's literally He's literally working at the same place and stuff. What?
a lot of people are really underestimating how much easier this makes things. So then if you can actually get to this point, you as a man, you have to take everything that you've managed to put together over the course of your life and put it all on the table for someone who is probably not doing the same. Even though women are not having a hard time in the workplace, men are still generally expected to provide, while women generally keep more of their money for themselves. We've all heard, my money.
God, oh my gosh. Yes, the whole freaking, they live together, but the man pays for more things and she gets to keep all her money. That is such bullshit. That is such bullshit. If you're living together, everything to do with like the rent and bills, rent, internet, anything with the household, split 50-50. Like, I don't get it. Why should he have to only pay for the rent or whatever? Your money is my money and my money is my money. Stay away from it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's apparently how some women view it.
Money is my money, his money is my money. I found this great little video about that.
But I just have a quick question. My husband won't see all of my accounts, right? I have
Oh my God.
8 different bank accounts, but my husband only knows about 2 of them. I've just been secretly saving for years in case I ever need to. No, say no
my
more.
gosh.
I don't need to see those statements. So as far as I'm concerned, they don't exist.
Yeah, so I don't love the idea that my wife might be hiding money. Of course.
Oh, but could you imagine if he was secretly, if he secretly had a savings? Could you imagine? There would be an explosion in the neighborhood. She would be like, what? What do you mean you have a secret savings? What do you mean? How could you? What if I have student loans and you're not helping me? Oh my gosh. How dare. How dare. I hit the character limit, so I copied it and posted it to Discord. Okay, Eli, that's fine. This is why I just find it easier to be single. If a man does anything, it's abuse, but if she's hiding money, she's being smart. Yeah. Yeah. Other women will be like, yes, queen, you'll save that money just, just in case anything happens. At least you'll have money. Oh my gosh, I can't stand that. I've heard of stories of the women having 10 times to 100 times the savings of the man she's dating. Yeah, it's disgusting, honestly. It's disgusting. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. All right. Worst date of Eli's friend. My buddy asked a girl out and she agreed. Didn't say where, just making plans to go out for dinner, and I think to an amusement park. But either way, he took her to a really fancy restaurant, and she ignored him the whole time, looking at her phone and not even talking to him for the most part. She proceeded to order some of the most expensive dishes in hopes he would cover it all, and he told me when he went to the restroom, their waiter told him she was scrolling on Tinder while they were on a date. No! I hope he just left. Please tell me that the ending of that date was him was him just leaving. Like when he came out of the restroom and was told that, he just left. I mean, I guess maybe he would have had to go back to the table and grab his stuff, but oh my god. Wow. Literally just she didn't even want a date. She just wanted a free fancy meal. Holy crap. That's so... Oh, that's just so unbelievably rude. Like, if you're gonna use someone for a fancy friggin' dinner, at least pretend to be interested. You know what I mean? Just pretend at least. At least be a good faker. Holy crap. Told me the waiter covered his meal and escorted him out without her seeing. I don't know how she reacted. Oh my god. Wow. That's one awesome waiter. That's awesome. I am so happy that that was the ending of of that story. I would only ask for my part of the bill. Yeah. No, you know what? Screw her. I would have just left and made her pay for the whole thing. Screw her. Sorry, not sorry. The waiter's a true homie, yeah. For real, damn. Damn.
I'm not allowed to do that. All of my money has to be on the table, and there's about a 1/3 chance that you're going to be taking it to party with other dudes in the house that I bought for you. Divorce laws have changed too. You used to need a really good reason to get divorced, but now it can happen just because someone is not happy. They even write songs about it. Check this out. I have to mute it for copyright. I'll read it to you.
Oh my God.
Might be the only guy who didn't send me hearted eyes in reply to my latest story. We work
What?
well on paper, we don't argue, we don't fight, but lighting scented candles just won't relight up our fire. And right there she goes, ah. It ain't that bad, it's just not what I wanted, don't want to live this life half-hearted. Hang on, here it comes. I want
Okay.
fireworks and flames. Don't want safe, tame, practical. That ain't enough, that ain't love. This is the squircle
Okay.
of unconsciousness. It represents how people don't know how relationships work, and so they think the relationship is going to go like this, and then it turns a corner. I think she's at the dissatisfied part. You can't have everything is exciting all the time. Good
No. No. Everything is not exciting all the time. Nope. 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 For closure, he's married now and tells that story as a joke. Oh, yeah! Heck yeah! Let's go. Very glad to hear that about your friend. 90% certain he went back a few days later and told his manager that he deserves a raise and is one of the best waiters he's ever had. I hope that waiter got a raise. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
choices are boring. No relationships are going to be fun the whole time. They're all going to have
No.
spots where there's no fire. But she don't want safe, tame, practical. That ain't enough. That's not even love. Look how passionate she is about dumping her husband. That's real, I can spot a faker. And she even sings about other men giving her googly eyes on her Instagram stories. So this girl is what I would call an excitement chaser. She starts out her new relationships excited, and over time gets bored when they're not chaotic, and then by the time we notice she's bored, she's already got a new guy lined up.
Yeah, and then she just breaks up with him, goes to the new guy. It's all exciting and yay and sunshine and rainbows and unicorns, and then you know, then it kind of gets boring. So then she goes, dumps him, goes for a new man, and yeah. Rinse and repeat like 50 times. And then she's gonna, down the road, then she'll be crying and she'll be like, oh, no, why am I'm this old now and I'm not married? Why? Why? I have no idea why.
And this has pretty nasty effects on us. So your relationship satisfaction is going to change over time, but your stability is not supposed to. That's what marriage is. That's what it's for. Even when you start feeling like things are not as fun, you have to remember that commitments are what gets you through the swings. I
Yeah.
actually have a little theory that this takes about a year. Obviously, we get up and go to sleep with the sun, and women have changes in their hormones and emotions with the moon. And I think that a year is the amount of time that it takes to find somebody and have that strong emotional connection, get pregnant, and have a child. It's about 1 year altogether. And this girl is making a spiritual experience out of a biological process, and she's allowed to end the marriage over it. So
Oh
it's not that I
my.
don't want a partner, it's just that a lot of us don't have what we need to build a partnership, and even if we get it, it could fall apart immediately. She could squircle herself into believing it's not love and have a phone in her pocket with 1,400 horny guys on it, and then I end up here. So what you've done by fighting for equality is you've basically said, hey, you want to play a game of chess? I get all queens though. Hey, where are you going?
Do you guys still want to get married? Like, is that still a thing?
I hope
Do you guys still you still want to?
this all made it clear why it's less of a thing.
Them. Oh frig. You know what pisses me off too? Is how so many times the woman will end up, yeah, exactly, like with like the dude's house and stuff. And I'm like, what? Like, what? It's his house. Why do you get it now? Like, it's just messed up. It's messed up. I can't think of any examples, but I've heard it happen so many times. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. My son overheard two high school teachers talking where he heard one say to the other that they canceled the coding workshop because only boys signed up. What? What? Okay. We're just gonna cancel this whole class because only boys signed up. They don't deserve to learn anything. Nope. I can't describe dating nowadays as bad, but I can tell you it's not worth my time, heartache, and risk anymore to try and find someone. So I've chosen the cool uncle route and shall be single with cool stories. Aw, Eli. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have experience myself. I've been married now since 2016 actually. So I don't know what the dating world is like. But I can imagine from what I've seen and heard. I can imagine. Not gonna lie, relationships are mostly trash nowadays. Most of the couples I heard of broke up like after a few months. Yep. Yep, I hear that all the time. They just get together and then break up so fast, and I'm like, they get together and they break up so fast before you even know that they were like together or something. I'm like, what? You were together 5 seconds ago. What do you mean? Still have hope that I'll find someone? Yes. I hope everyone will find someone if they want someone. I know there's some people who don't really care. Me and my girlfriend got together because we hated that kind of relationship. Aw. Swan, I wish you the best in your relationship. I hope everyone else finds someone. I hope my lack of romance will enhance everyone else. Eli, what the heck? I just, I feel like there's just expectations are very high. The economy is shit. That doesn't help. But like, and people just give up too easily, honestly. People give up way too easily. Like, one bad thing happens and they're like, oh my god, oh, that's it. That's it. We have to break up now. Goodbye. Goodbye. And like, it could be the stupidest thing. Like, I don't know. I don't like the way he folds the laundry. He does. They don't read my mind. I tell them no, but they're supposed to know that I mean yes, and I can't handle that, so we broke up. I just don't have time to be a good boyfriend right now, so I'm not searching. Too busy studying. Aw. I respect that, Broccoli. I respect that. Nothing wrong with focusing on studying and stuff, and then, you know, when you're all settled and stuff, then you look. Bum, 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 bum. A lot of people, I think, fail with communication, which is the biggest thing in any relationship. In absolutely any relationship, the biggest thing is communication. If something, you know, bad happened, you gotta communicate. It sucks sometimes, but all conversations need to be had, whatever. Also, on a dating show called The Button, I think a woman once refused a dude because his handshake wasn't firm. Yeah. Yep, I seen that. I seen that one. Oh man, some of the stuff I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Some of them are like, ew, he ordered a frappuccino from Starbucks. I can't date him. Like, give me a break. Give me a break.